Hi everyone. So finally we are here for the fireside chat on business scalability in 2026 and beyond. And at this point we'll be listening to our first guest speaker, Oluwatobiloba Balogun, who is a mathematician and a business owner. So Bao, over to you.
Everybody's trying to switch to AI, artificial intelligence, and all. So the business that will survive in this era, especially if you are doing all these businesses that are not soft skill, that are unskilled, and you need to work with your hand, and you see people every time, then you must learn the way into the art of people. You must learn the way into the art of people. So if you want to scale your business, you need to think global. You might be the local champion in your area, but you ask yourself the question: the things that I'm doing now, when they bring this thing on the global scale, how much relevance will it have? That okay, I just made here for somebody now. If they should take this haircut to, let's say, USA, and take it amongst other barbers, will they judge the work that I've just done? Will they judge it and scale it well in the global scale? Do you understand that now? So don't just celebrate your local wins. See beyond that. That's the part that I'm going back to, that part of leveraging on technology. See beyond where you are. See global. See the entire space and see, okay, what are people doing differently in this niche? And there is an higher wisdom of God to help you to now begin to conceptualize those ideas and do as you ought to do. So that is about scaling. Please, if you have any question, you can keep jotting down, and I will take the questions later on. Positioning. So I said I'll be talking about three things. Number one is scaling your business, and I told you scaling your business means you want to grow your income, your customers, your impact without burning out, without being overwhelmed. The second part I want to focus on is on positioning, how to position your brand, how to position your brand for the future. So for what is coming, how do you position your brand? Number one, you must build a brand around purpose. Please understand this very well. If you will not be frustrated in the works you're doing in the long run, understand the reason why you are doing that. Purpose. Why am I doing this thing that I'm doing? What is the major drive? Am I just doing this particular business so that I want to make money? For some people, the reason why they're doing that business they're doing is because they want to make money, which is fine. Oh, you want to make money. Money is the drive. But if money is the drive, why you're doing the reason why the things you're doing as well, no, in the long run, there are days where the money you're looking for may not come in that business. So something else must be ready to steer you up and still do well in that business. That okay, the way the turnover you're expecting over that business is not coming in. What do? Something must steer you up, something must help you, something must enable you to be able to still deliver consistently, to still be able to stay on that thing. That is purpose. So your purpose must be clear. What is the major problem your business is solving? We should not ask you what problem is your business solving, and you are racking your head, you are not ready for scalability. If you're ready for scalability in 2026 and beyond, you should be able to define adequately what purpose, rather, what problem is my business solving? What problem is it solving? What am I doing differently that is separating me from every other kind of barbers? Am I doing what everybody is doing? If you are just ready to do what everybody is doing, be ready to receive the result of everybody. Be ready to receive the kind of result everybody's receiving. Attend to them and just say thank you. That smile, that why they will keep coming to you over and over again. But if you are not able to give them that, they will not come again. They will not come again. There must be exactitudeness of why your customers are coming to you every time, every other time. So number two, under positioning, you must develop a strong digital presence. It's also the same thing as leveraging technology. But what I'm trying to say here is you should be easily accessible. See, I tell people, see, there are some Instagrams account, business account for that matter, that I will try to check their page and I'll find out that the account is private. Oh, maybe if you're a big business owner already and you don't really need clients again. And I don't think there is a business that does not need clients again. As big as Elon Musk is, there are sometimes he posts on his Twitter, and even his Twitter account is controlled by him himself. There are sometimes you will know that, okay, this man is currently online, is actively online, engaging his people, posting some funny pictures, some funny memes, just to engage his people. So you can't say you are building your business and you want your business to be rightly positioned, and it is you that your Instagram post will be locked. that if you don't follow, you can't see what you're doing there. Oh, it is wrong. It is wrong. This thing is a game of numbers. And if you are locking your page before we can access what you're doing, we will not follow you. We will not follow you. And in situations where people really lock their accounts and you see them having 5,000 followers, but their account is locked, most times it's always they bought it. They bought the followers. They are not real people. That is just as sincere as that. Because if you want people to see you and you are still locking your accounts, we can't see, we can't gain access to you to check what you're doing. And let me tell you, there are strong customers that will still patronize you, but for 3, 6, 9 months, they are watching you. They are watching you consistently. They will not like your posts. They will not follow you. They will not do anything. But anytime you type on status, they are checking. Anytime you do anything, they are checking. We have cold lead. We have warm lead. We'll, maybe another time we'll be explaining about that. So there are people that their one is just to keep checking. Okay, what is this guy doing? Okay, his consistency. Okay, his mannerism, the way he talks, the way he leads people, the way he approaches people. And it might be after 3 years. That's when they will reach out to you. That I've been checking you for over 3 years, and now I want you to do this for me. And you'll be wondering, wow, but you're not following me, you're not doing this. It's because you've built that strong digital presence. You've built that strong digital presence. Number 3, build trust. I'm running because of my time. Build trust as currency. Build trust as currency. Can they trust you? Imagine I'm a barber now. My client wants me to get a clipper for him. And the clipper I bought it 16,000. Now I got to him and I'm telling him it's 26,000. Why should I lie? If they cannot trust you, they should not work with you. Okay, have you seen market women that will tell you, before God and man, you buy more. I'm sorry for using Yoruba. I bought it for 5 naira. You don't need that. It's your business. If this thing worth 5 naira and if you decide to sell it 15 naira, that is how much I want to sell it. Why am I selling 15 naira? There's a difference in the things that I've done. There's a difference in my packaging. There's a difference in my branding. Rather than you trying to lie. You don't need to lie before you see. You don't even persuade people by lying. That's the truth. Maybe that's the way we've been taught. That's the way the mentality has been fashioned into us, that you need to lie before you win great customers. Great customers are not won by lie and deceit. They want you to be sincere with them. And I tell people to see, there was a mistake one of my guys made, and I had to correct him that day. He wanted to barb a celebrity per se, and he felt because the guy is a celebrity, he has to increase that price so that the guy will pay him more. Actually, the guy did not. The guy did not pay him more. The guy had to tell him that he should send him his original price. That one I had to call the person who referred him that, hello, how does this guy charge you? How much does this guy charge you? Well, immediately the guy confirmed. He told him, I'll pay you that price. All right? And that was the last time he barbed that guy, because he could not say the truth. You don't extort people because of the position you think they occupy. Now, because now your normal service charge is, let's say, 20k. Now, because you've seen that is a commissioner, then you increase it to 300k. No, if he knows the worth of the thing you've done for him, tell him your actual price. You don't need to lie. Well, maybe there are some wisdom sometimes that you don't tell them that price for some reasons so that they will not feel your business is beggarly and all like that. But be sincere at times, especially when it comes to business by referral, that somebody had to refer you to the other person. You want to be sincere. Because imagine they reach out to you and they say, okay, face of address, I got your contact from this person, and all like this. Once they tell you I got your contact from this person, you must be sincere. Because that person, they can go and ask the person question. Before they even message you, they've asked question from that individual. How much does he charge? What this and this, and all like that. So you want to build trust. Build trust as a currency. Build trust as a currency. Let me share another mistake. A barber friend was sharing with me. He was to barb a notable, an individual as well. And the mistake he made was that when the guy asked him, how much should I pay you? He thought because the guy is rich, then the guy will pay him huge amount of money. Then he was like, pay me anything. Do you know, funny enough, the guy paid him lesser than his original charge. Lesser, I mean way lesser than the original price. When he came back to me, I was like, the amount this guy gave me is exactly my transport fare to the place. I was like, you should be sincere. You should have told him this is your price. If he wants to tip you, he will tip you. There are people that you tell that, okay, my price is, let's say 5,000, and they will give you tip of 50k extra, because they understand that you shouldn't charge 5k for this kind of thing you've delivered for me. If you really deliver these things, so you should not charge 5k. You should charge more than that. So you want to build trust as a currency. Let it be difficult for people to leave you. Let it be difficult. That even if you are charging 10k, other people in the streets, they are charging 5k, but it's still difficult for them to leave you because you are trustworthy. When you're getting things for people, be sincere with it. you have a quality of 5k in your product, another one of 10k, because they now that for 10k one, you sell the 5k one to them, you can't last. That business cannot last. So build trust as the currency. And number four, you must invest in personal branding. What many big businesses understand is that they brand themselves. You see the likes of Fela Dorotoye. You see the likes of what's this man's name now? They're just three major individuals I follow back to back. You see the likes of Fela Dorotoye, or I've forgotten his name now, and so other like that. And you see they've branded themselves. You see the likes of Aliko Dangote. He has branded himself that anything he's bringing now, people are buying it because it is Dangote. People are coming into it because it is Dangote. So if he wakes up tomorrow and he says he wants to start selling house, people will be interested in his house because it is Dangote. So be interested in personal branding. What so many of us are missing is that you've not branded yourself. So you are trying to do many other businesses. See, if you are failing at a business and you've not branded yourself, if you go and pick other businesses, that is a pointer that you will still fail in all those ones. Because once they can't trust you with that particular one you're doing, if you pick every other one and they can link those businesses to you, you are failing at it already. So invest in personal branding. Part of your investment in personal branding is loyalty, honesty. Be honest, be loyal. I read in Femi Otedola books, he said most of the things that is always impossible for them to find in everybody is loyalty. That if he finds an individual who is competent and one who is loyal, he will pick that one who is loyal faster than the one who is competent. Because that one by his competency can still cheat him. So he stays with the one who is loyal and he can train that individual. So you want to build loyalty, you want to build yourself, you want to build yourself, you want to build yourself. So smart business owners, they brand themselves so that any other products they bring out can sell effortlessly. So if you've branded yourself, you can sell any other business. So tomorrow you can diversify and say, okay, I'm doing this one now. Everybody has known me with this thing. So let me now go and open another structure. That's when you can, okay, I have 2, 3, 4 businesses. And let me give you this as an extra, that there is always a business that funds every other businesses. And how can I explain this now? There's always a business that funds every other businesses. Let's say you have, I'm a barber, I'm a teacher, I'm a this. If you pay attention to my life very well, there is a part of the things I do that is actually the pointer to every other one. That one seems as though it's growing taller. So if I don't learn how to master it and work on that one faster, I'll be stressed because I still want to give the same energy to everything. And all the businesses you are doing, they don't require the same energy at some point. And I'm honest with you. So you must learn to channel energy to the right one at a particular time. That this one demands a great energy from me, so I give that energy to it. This one demands this level of energy to me. This 7 hours consistency, I give it to it. This one just requires 30-minute presence because I've built it already. So I only need to appear in the office 30 minutes and just dash out again. I need to be here for 7 hours to build this. You must learn what your business is demanding per time. That is for those of us who have built many and several businesses across. So stay evolving and adaptable. Please, customers' taste bud changes. Their taste buds changes. The reason why we have varieties is because human needs are insatiable. So you must stay evolving. Don't say the way I've been branding it for 5 years, that's how I'll keep branding it. I'm not changing anything. The way I packaged my clothes for that client yesterday, that's the same way I'll pack it next year. That's the way I'll pack it 2 years' time. If it does not like it, it should go away. That same line, not type. Where others are bringing something else now, incorporating something else now, adding their logo to it, but you don't want to evolve. If you want to stay positioned in this year and beyond, you must learn to evolve, and be adaptable. Be adaptable. Please learn to adapt. Don't say I'm not doing the way the world is doing. It's not about doing about the way the world is doing. You may not get some certain results. Everybody is branding, everybody is re-strategizing. You are saying you will not re-strategize. Your office has been painting that color for 10 good years. You are not changing the color, you are not changing everything. It doesn't work that way. And for many of us here that people know you with your WhatsApp, maybe you even start from there. There is no consistency in your WhatsApp. Whenever you type on your WhatsApp, we can't find consistency there. As you are using green background, you are using yellow, you are using black, you are using blue, you are using, which one do we know you for? Be consistent. That whenever we see this, okay, we can link this thing with this individual. If I tell people sorry to say this, and this is not pride, in church that I attend, if they walk up to anybody and they ask give me a barber that you know, and they cannot mention my name, that means something is wrong. Something is wrong. if they look at maybe the church you attend, the places you visit, and they say, give me a particular person that does this kind of a thing, and they cannot mention your name effortlessly, something is wrong with what you're doing. You need to check again. You need to check again. When it comes to Adire, can I quickly call Face of Adire as the one that, oh, Face of Adire, oh, they say they want to do Adire, it is you. That is positioning. He has positioned himself as the voice in the Adire industry. That is difficult for me to think of someone else whenever they come to me. So you must learn that. And lastly, turning challenges into opportunities. This is where I'll just wrap up. You must make competitions around you the reason to improve. Many of us see competitions as challenges. We see competitions as limitations. Competitions for you should not be limitations. Competitions for you should be the reason why you want to become more efficient, the reason why you want to be excellent at what you do. So don't see competition as what? Don't see it as reason for you to now cower in. Don't see it as sorry for that. Don't see it as reason for you to now withdraw. Reason for you to now be sorrowful that I can't see everybody does not even like me. Now they are all also doing the same thing I'm doing. See, the reason why people are doing the things you're doing, the kind of things you are doing, is because that thing you are doing is beautiful. So if everybody is branding the same way you are branding, it's because it's beautiful. You tap into another higher wisdom and bring something different again. That yes, okay, I've brought this thing, everybody's now doing it like that. If I'm a content creator and there's a way I shoot content, now everybody's now shooting content in that direction. Everybody is using the same font I use. That means my editing skill is beautiful. Then I need to now find another level of wisdom and bring another one to them. So I don't become offended. I don't see those things they are doing for me to now cower in and say, oh, wicked people everywhere. I'm not even doing this thing again. I'll just close up. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. When there is any sign of competition around you, you must see it as the reason to improve excellence in your life. So be built to see challenges. Just be built for it. That whenever I'm seeing challenges, oh, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Many of us don't want to see some things that will disturb us. Do you know challenges might be that maybe you're a tailor and the same machine you've been using to sew has been telling you there's fault here. That might be the reason for you to buy a new one. Yes. So many of us, if we've not been stretched, we don't see reasons to do new things. So if there are situations around you that is stretching you, that might be the indication for you to do new things, to get new things. So when I find out that, okay, this clipper I'm using is stressing my life, that might be the reason why I will now need to buy a better one. So when you see a challenge, when you see a limitation, don't turn that limitation as a barrier that cannot be broken. Don't see it as a barrier that cannot be put away. Do you understand that now? Turn those limitations into something beautiful and bring result out of it. There will always be challenges in every business. There will always be limitations and hindrances in every kind of business. But we must be ready to turn those limitations into something beautiful. So I'll be rounding off tonight at this particular juncture. Thank you very much for being attentive. And I'm sorry once again for the other time that my network logged me out. Thank you, Face of Adire, for bringing me here. I'm grateful.
Okay, so there we have it from Bao, and now we're going to be listening to Adam Wattenidokwe. Stay tuned.
Every business that we have, like most people do businesses because they want it to grow, right? But growth without structure often leads to instability, and then some even like expand without even building any system that can even like support growth. So sustainable growth system is like a deliberate framework or structure that you can use to support your business expansion. So it's like a deliberate framework, it's a deliberate system, it's a deliberate it's something deliberate though that you have to use in building your business for expansion, because it prevents breakdown, like operational breakdown, instability, and it even enhances trust. Just like Mr. Ibrahim said, that our business, we need to like build trust from customers, trust from people that see our brand, how they see our brand. They must actually like, our business must build trust. So building sustainable growth system enhances customer trust, and it also builds long-term profitability. So I'm going to be touching on 5 pillars or 5 things, I'll say maybe 5 structures now that we can use in building like practical sustainable growth system. Because why are we building this system? Is for sustainability, something that can outlast us, something that can outlive us, right? One is having a clear vision and strategic direction. Just like Mr. Ibrahim said, he said that we must know the what's it called? We must know our problem, like the problem our business is solving. We must know it offhand, right? I know that okay, us as Adire makers now, or let me say me now. For one, I'm trying. My business is so like preserve culture, the heritage of Adire. But how am I preserving that? It is through trainings, through my designs, and through my what's it called, my brand itself, right? I'm like, for one, we know that okay, there is a lot of Chinese Adire wears already in the market, and is now making artisans look like as though, oh, they don't know what they are doing, and people do not really know that, oh, Adire is our own, just like Kente is for Ghana, just like mod cloth is for maybe for I think mod cloth is for Senegal people. So as many cultures around the world have their own heritage, have their own thing that signifies them. Adire is our own for the Yoruba, for the Western people, yes, for the Western part of Nigeria, right? And for culture itself. So that's what I'm actually trying to to do in terms of my own business. So like I said, one pillar is having clear vision and strategic direction, because if we don't have this, we might just be building business anyhow. We will not have stability. Our mission, what's your mission? What's the mission your business is trying to do? The long-term objective, your target audience, who are you selling to? Who are the people that want to buy your product or will buy your product, right? And what is the unique value proposition your business is having, or your business is trying, that your business have? How can people differentiate you from different from other address sellers or different edge stylists, right? So that's like number one pillar, our clear vision and strategic direction. And the second one is having strong operational system. See, I feel like operations is like the backbone. It's not even feel. Operation is the backbone of every business. It's the engine for growth. I mean, how your work is being done, how your business moves from point A to B, from B to C, then to the final consumer, right? That is what having strong operational system. And then we'll talk about it majorly in using digital innovation, because now we are trying to allow our business outlive us. We are trying to see how our business can outlive us, right? So well documented workflow, putting everything down. For me, I like to write. I like to write a lot. So whatever I'm doing, because I'm currently rebranding, and it took a really it took a really good, would I say, maybe hard decision, but it was necessary, because I needed my business to move from what it used to be to become something better. And I want my business to also outlive me, and I'm also building an empire. So like I had to make necessary decisions, right, in terms of operational systems. So I write a lot, everything that I'm even doing. So currently I remember how So I'm currently using a book, but I didn't use it. I used it first. That book was when I started, like the first what's it called? The first time I started my Adire business. I was just seeing it of how I made over like 70K with just having like 30K to start the business, and I'm like, oh wow. So if I had not written it down, then I would have actually know that, oh, I made this amount of money and even more self. So documenting everything. Okay, this is where we buy our what's it called? This is where we buy our goods, how it's moved from point A to point B. Another one is having a clear team roles. Mr. Ibrahim made mention of how we as business people we try to do everything at everything alone, and burn out at the end of the day. So but having a strong operational system allows us to know that, okay, we need this team, it doesn't even have to be much, right? As much as we are trying to build a what's it called, a sustainable growth system, we need to be intentional about it. Outsourcing for things, although we know that as Nigerians we want to like always like do things our way or doing things alone, which is not always, like it's not supposed to be like that. So you can always outsource graphics design, you can always like outsource things like delivery, you can outsource even going to the market, you can outsource it and just tell them to like order it online as much, or they have physical stores and they have phone number, you can just send a dispatch to go and pick up your goods, right? So, and process automation, like I said, if somebody message.
Okay, I think that's a network over there. I just hope God will save us from bad network. Okay, in Nigeria. Okay, so this is still business scalability in 2026 and beyond, and of course, Mr. Ibrahim Oluwatobi has delved into deep things, and now it's Obayano's turn to give us some insight about it, and she was, reflecting on some key things about how the fact that you have to diversify, you have to be operational. Let me use that word to avoid tautology. So you have to be operational in your own sense that you don't need to do everything by yourself. I remember a business seminar that I attended in Ibadan at one point in time, and I was raising a question that literally I can do everything by myself. But then one of the business speakers just answered me that it's a clear indication that you are failing already if you are doing everything by yourself. Okay, all right, so over to you. I think your network is clear now, right? Temidokwa, are you there? Okay, so while we are waiting response from her, so he was literally telling me that if you are doing everything all by yourself, it's a clear indication that you are failing already. Temidokwa, just indicate if you can actually hear me. That I was failing already if I do choose to do everything all by myself. And to be realistic in itself, it's a clear indication that as at that point, I think that was maybe 2024 thereabouts. So it's a clear indication that okay, I'm struggling with brain operational, people management, and all of those things. And these are key things that we need to grow into. We need to instill growth in those aspects and all of those, because growth in business is part of scalability. Bao was talking about evolving the other time. I mean, you really have to evolve because whether you like it or not, times will definitely change. You can't even control that. Time will change, and your ability to adapt and integrate and innovate would speak louder. I mean, we literally speak volumes. So it is essential that you are naturally scalable. That's English, and that English is encapsulating. But then, just flow, just flow with the fact that okay, in this dispensation they might not understand this, target audience might not understand this, but this target audience might understand this. So you even have to be creative in your approach to dealing with people and approaching people. Temitope, are you back? Okay, so you have to be essentially operational in your dealings. It's very, very, very important. Another thing that I would say that you should consider is that the look that you give, the look that you give literally matters. They say something like, whether it's a proverb or just a thought statement, that the way you dress is the way you are addressed. The way you position your brand too is the way people will literally treat you. I've been in situations whereby I work on people, and you definitely have to like struggle with money. You have to like shout on them or maybe threaten them, just like different stage whereby you can collect your money. And the first is the gentleman's approach. Just like all these loan apps, when they want to give you the money, they are as gentle as a lamb. But when they want to collect their money, they turn to talks. So there are scenarios like that. So you have to like build an appropriate structure of service first or payment first before service itself. Sorry, payment before service. And you have to make that effective right from now. It's part of scalability, because you can't be starting up a business and you are coming into the realm of minus. No, that's not business. You've turned it to something else that is not business. Are you back? Are you back, Tim Tokwe? Okay. Oh wow. I think probably one of us can actually receive that challenge and just create a network that will be suitable in the whole of Nigeria. You understand that you just place maybe your satellites in the air one place, and it will serve the whole of Nigeria. It could be Temiloluwa or Milaki, or let me see, Comfort. Don't think it's only your fashion brand that you can retain. You can integrate into tech and solve. Just have that mind of solving global problems, or it could even be voice scripts, or it could even be bow, because I know bow doesn't like doing small things, and it's not only about babbing at this point in time. But then you solve more problems. The more problems you solve, the more recognition you get. But then it has to be purposive. You understand? And one thing I also like for us to take note of is the fact that whatever thing you are doing in terms of being scalable, you have to be specific about it. You understand? You have to be specific about it. You have to you have to ensure that what you are doing is measurable. Yeah, it's measurable in every facet. It's you're able to like account for it. It's accurate. It's even accurate on its own. It's realistic, and of course it's timely. That is, it solves real-time problem as well. Are you back? Temitope, are you back? Or your network is still playing games? Alright, so we'll try to see if we can still wait for, but let me continue. So what am I trying to say in essence? Yes, there are some problems that you look into, and at one point in time it seems as if, okay, this is too big. That's where you have to get to a point where you also get to collaborate. That's why your connection starts from now. It's part of scalability. Your network starts from now. You don't wait until let me have that $1 billion. That's when you tend to feel like, okay, let me network. Okay, Comfort, are you trying to say something? Your hand is raised. Is it that you have a question or something?
Yeah, yes, I actually have a question, and
Alright,
the
go ahead,
question
please.
and the speaker is back. Thank you. So
Come.
the
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I
Um,
said I have a question. Can you hear me?
yes, it's better now.
Hello? Yeah, I still have a question
Okay, you know what's
actually,
going
but
to happen? I think it's best if you
since
just
the
type out your.
second speaker is back,
Can you
both
hear me?
don't.
Comfort, can you hear me? Please, just type out your question, please. Type it out. Your network is breaking. Your network is breaking, so just type out your question. Okay, so just as I was saying, solve real time problems. And you see, all this scalability there, it's not until you own a business actually. Sometimes you could even be a significant member of a thing, and you evaluate the situation of things and be like, okay, what if we can work with this
Okay, I'll do
idea?
that. Yeah, I can. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Comfort, maybe you should just try and send a message instead. Your line is breaking. Okay, so in essence, the ball point the ball point is that for you to be scalable in yourself, you have to be able to like think beyond time and be resonant enough to be willing to solve problems. You understand? It's part of scalability. If you are not solving a problem, it could probably be that you are adding to a particular problem. Do you understand? Real men or real people, they solve problems, and they are known to be exceptional in their stuff. And um, I would also say that don't be comfortable with doing small things. Don't be comfortable with don't I mean you could be, let me just say, you could be earning, let's say, $1,000 at this present time, and you feel like, okay, $1,000 is just perfect for the level that I'm in, and you don't look beyond that. You have to think bigger and better than that. Your intentionality has to be what I would say, sort of, should I use the word crazy now? But what I'm just trying to say is that you have to like think outside the box. Think outside the box. Let's boil down to the aspect of AI now. When AI came, initially, if you've done your findings very well, it started as a zero amount. It started at a zero amount when they were really asking the guy. I can't put a name to the guy's face, but it was like, okay, what this thing will be doing is, okay, once you give it a prompt, it in split seconds provide you information based on that. And they were literally asking that, okay, how much how much would it cost? And it was like, for now, it's zero naira. Okay, Comfort, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm okay.
Okay, let's hear your question. Okay, so as I was saying, um the guy was asked that, okay, what would be the price tag of this particular thing that you are doing? And all of that. He was saying zero naira. For now it's zero naira, but to get to a point that it will
Okay, I
cost.
would like to appreciate what you said. Please, can you hear me?
You know what? Type out your question, please. Type out your question. You are not your network is dancing. So please just type out your question, that it will be more formidable that way. All right. So just like I was saying, he was saying, okay, this thing is going to cost 0 naira, at least for now, but in the long run this thing will generate this so amounts. What am I trying to say in essence? When you are building a business, you must be able to, your predictability must be active and must be on point. I was also listening to I think was it Steve Jobs or one of the big business um individuals back there, and this individual was had them a target reach of, I think in the first year he targets a reach of 100 people, and he dived at it, did a whole lot of campaign around that, and in the end he didn't get up to, let's say 100,000. Yeah, he didn't get up to 100,000 people, but then he was like, you know what, let's do this again, but now he now raised the bar higher. So in raising the bar higher, he went beyond his previous target but didn't reach his new target. So the next fiscal year, what did he do? He raised the bar again, that is reaching this particular million category of people. He didn't get to that exact amount, but he reached beyond his previous targets. What am I saying in essence? Growth is exponential and you must be able to predict. That's why the circle of the people that you work with, I mentioned networking, it matters a lot. You have to be able to like say that, okay, we are going in the same direction, and these are the people that I want to be in place. Temitope, are you back? Okay, so while I'll put a hold on what I'm trying to say, there's a question here, that's for you, Bao. He said, the first speaker spoke on how to turn competition into opportunities. Very good. Please, how do I turn the frustration from my friends who copies my designs and marketing strategies into an opportunity, sir? Bao, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Over to you, sir. I don't know if you got that question. The question says that the
All
first.
right,
Okay,
I
all right,
got it.
all right.
But let me first confirm. All right, let me first confirm if the person who asked the question, that's comfort. Can you hear me clearly because of your network? Can you please signify so that I won't be to answer the question and you will need me to recap?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. I'm with you, sir.
All right, so
Hello?
I said I spoke about turning. Yes, yes, I can hear you. He said I spoke about turning competitions into opportunities. So how do you turn the frustration from your friends who copy your designs and marketing strategies into an opportunity? See, I said when I was explaining that point that in situations where people are copying the things you're doing, that means you are doing fine. And I'm honest with that. You're doing fine. See, you can't your target audience are always different. If I release a flyer today and somebody else copies that flyer and uses the same flyer, he might think I'm releasing that flyer for 2,000 naira kind of budget, 2,000 naira kind of client. And whereas the reason why I've released that flyer might be because I'm targeting a 20,000 naira client. So you using that same flyer, he might be using that same flyer to target 2,000 naira clients, which is different. So the intention behind the flyer, the intention behind the strategies is what is important. If you can preserve the intention, the reason why you do that, so they might be able to copy the outward part, but the internalization is yours. They can't steal that one from you. That yes, you can copy my design, you can copy my strategy, but that internal wisdom, you can't take it away from me. I do the things I do because I know the reason why I do it. So if you now come around to just copy it, you will find out in the long run that they'll be frustrated. So you don't pause your business for them because they are copying what you're doing. If they don't know how to go about the things you are doing that they are copying from you, they become frustrated and in the long run they just stop. So just continue doing your own. In the bid of them copying and copying and copying, you find out that they cannot at the long run catch up with you. So they become frustrated and they will just stop. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You did. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bao. That's actually quite profound. So, in essence, in simple man's English, what he's saying is that keep growing big. It will get to a point that they won't be able to naturally catch up with you because you've mastered growth as your primary objective. And since imitation is their own primary objective, it's not the same thing at all. They are like, there's this Yoruba slang say waleyin. That's what they are doing until they learn to become original for themselves. So all is saying that you have to like keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger. So yes, let me also add, I would have loved that Temitope was able to finish our session, but all the same, I hope we are gaining something from this fireside conversation. We are gaining something. Just react probably with your emoji or something relevant to that. Just type out yes sir or something relevant. So it is essential that you just like focus on being original. Focus on being original, and your mindset shouldn't be that of someone who is on the local time frame. Be big. Let's be big. Just be your natural state. Let's be big. Be your natural state, and you just find yourself doing fine all the way. All right. So I wanted to add something to it. That is, sometimes sit on the shoulders of giants. What I mean by that is that those that have gone ahead of you, and lately this generation, they feel like, okay, we know everything that we need to know, and that's all that we need to know. It doesn't actually work that way. For people that have gone ahead, one, they've gained experience, they've failed at some things, and they've succeeded at some things. So they'll be able to like say, okay, you know what, take through this channel, and that's the word. Like take through this channel or go to when you get to this particular stage of your business, ensure that you don't overtake. What you do is that you launch into the deep, like you launch strategically. I'm just trying to dice my words so you understand the essence of what I'm trying to say. You understand what I'm trying to say adequately. So sometimes you get to ask people that have gone ahead of you, ask them questions, attend seminars, and before you know it, even your line of thought, your fraction, everything just changed entirely. The point that when you speak globally, the world will have no choice but to listen and hear you, because you are a problem solver. So the ball point is solve problem. It could be your own problem at this level of scalability. It could be something you are looking into. Solve it, and solve it in a unique way. In fact, solve it happily, and you will find God, even God, deploying more wisdom to your essence. So Temitope, are you back? Okay, wow. Okay, so does anyone have a question? Does anyone else have a question? Temiloluwa, any question? Indiola, any question? Promise, any question? I don't know who this person is without okay. This guy's does anybody else have a question? Okay, so let me also ask one more question. Okay, so anybody can even attempt the question, yeah. So Bao or anybody. Okay, so okay. Okay, Bao, this is another question to you, or I think it's a generic question. Said, please sir, at what point do I need to stop doing things all alone? Because I actually feel I can do better and deliver well. Bao, are you there? This is a question for you. She said, at what point do I need to stop doing things all alone? Because I actually feel I can do better and deliver well.
All right. Thank you very much. At the point where you feel you need to stop doing things all alone, it is now. At the point where you ask the question, so stop doing it all things alone now. Because in the long run, there is a Yoruba proverb that mole goke mole so ara lo nfa bosi. You might think you are actually not using energy as much, that all you're just doing is to sit down, press the phone, doing all those things. You're not carrying every load, but you're burning something. you're burning, you're stressing yourself out, you're trying to catch up with different things, catch up with different structures. It's little things like even sending your brother, okay, bro, help me to do this, matters. That you can do everything all alone and do them well does not mean you should not delegate. People who can do things well, very well, they've learned the route of delegating. And if you find out that actually, if you learn the route of delegating, you eventually see that by delegating to people, the things you want to do come out better. Because now what you are now seeing is to oversee, you have the mental picture. Because somebody else is now helping you to it, you can get a faster result, a better result, and more efficient results. That's the word, more efficient results. Imagine that you need to get a result and you are using 50% of your energy to get that result, but there is somebody who still has 100% energy to get that thing done for you. So efficiency matters as well. We know you can do it yourself, you can deliver well as well, but efficiency is the key. How efficient will it be in delivering? Won't you look tired in delivering? Won't you look stressed in delivering? And lastly, let me say this: it's still the same body that you will use in 50 years' time. Your body does not change. So the way you manage your body now matters a lot. We know you can do it better, you can do it well, but this same body, if you value your body so much, you learn that that same body is what you still use till 50 years old, till 60 years old, till 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old, for as long as God wants you to be on earth. So you learn to manage that body well, even right from now. That's why we always tell people to learn to delegate and not try to jump to everything. Learn to sit back and watch from the back and see what is happening from the back. Then you can begin to check and re-strategize that, okay, I need to bring it something here, I need to remove something here. It helps you reach efficiency. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that question, Comfort, and thank you so much, Mr. Toby, for that response. Thank you so much. All right, is there anyone else having a question? See, that question that I feel that, okay, it does not make sense, yeah, just ask it. That's part of being scalable. Your ability to always speak up, even if you are shy and you struggle with public speaking. One of the key things that you give yourself embodiment to do is your ability to just ask simple questions. Ask questions. Okay, so I also have one more question. Even though I've actually explained it in essence, but I would like to ask, what's the essence of, I wouldn't want to use the word mentor categorically, but I would say leaning on the shoulders of those who have gone ahead. Because if we'll be frank with each other, it's almost like at the tip of our fingers we have all the answers. Yeah, like we have all the answers. So I would like to, what's the essence of leaning on the shoulders of those who have gone ahead? Bow, over to you.
All right, thank you very much once again for this. See, at some point in time, you will need to learn from, you will need to switch from being a mentee to be a protege. See, there is difference between people saying that, okay, this is my son, let him come into the picture. If I make you my protege, I'm trying to make you come do the exact thing I do. I'm not just trying to teach you. If you're just my mentee, I'm trying to teach you to do the things. I'm not putting my validation on you per se. But when you become my protege, it is my responsibility to see that you climb to the apex of your career, because now you are my protege, you are my business, you are my concern. So if you submit to me as my protege that, okay, sir, I want to follow you in this particular skill, in this particular niche, and if you're having if I'll be having a protege now, maybe in Babin, it has to be in Babin, so that I'll be able to put a validation on that individual. Anybody who make you a protege is not scared of your growth. That's one thing you want to pay attention to. So at some point in your career, you will need to switch from being a mentee to being a protege. That's what really puts that validation on you. They are not just a mentee to that person again, but this person has taken away from being a mentee, has now put his honor on you and confer his honor from you. That's where the words of, that's my son, let him come in, let him come and do this thing. So regardless of how much you feel the information you need are there is still somebody who must open his mouth to tell others that, okay, that guy, I know him, let him come in. that guy, my name is on him, let him come in. Or when you get there, tell them it is from this. Simple. Imagine how beautiful it is. Or face of address says, okay, when you get to this particular place, just tell them face of address. He's not talking to you as a mentee again, he's giving a currency of his name to you to go and buy something with. So you must master the art of being a protege and the art of being a mentee. So, and when I will switch from being a mentee to becoming a protege, so you must learn that. Becoming a protege is the responsibility of the individual watching over you to see that you become just like he has become in that career, and the person is not scared. Is not scared. So you are vulnerable to that individual. But if I'm still seeing you as a mentee, there are so many things I may not be able to confound you, because at that point I'm still seeing that, okay, maybe you will still grow, maybe I'm still taking you through growth level, maybe you're still changing, maybe you're still evolving. But once I say as a protege, it's my responsibility to ensure that you grow so well. So don't feel you are too big to learn from anybody. Don't feel you've gotten all the results. Everything is in AI, everything is in cloud, everything is in ChatGPT, everything is in Gemini. It's a lie. Somebody still has to open his mouth to open door for you. Have I answered the question, sir? Thank you.
Oh yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. I like the way you actually answered differently. But down now, boys. I mean, it initiates my alternative question. So, are you saying that um, attitude or character is essential when it comes to business scalability as well? Because from what you just said now, it seems as if I was able to deduce that people or men are like portals, and the more you give room for them to be able to open your eyes to some certain things, the more it seems as if you get more opportunities to do things and, of course, solve big problems. So I would like you to, enlighten me on that, or enlighten us on that. Yes.
Please, can I get the question again from the beginning part of the question?
Okay. What I'm saying is that, okay. So um, based on what you just explained, are you saying that, or can we say that attitude or character is essential in business scalability?
All right, I think I get that. Surely, see, there is a book, Attitude is Everything. That book just summarizes it. Attitude is everything. Just read the book. The individual, see, if I learned something very early in my business life, and that thing is, when you are with the kings, you must learn to keep secrets. Hmm. I've had opportunity of fixing people's hair, and I'm seeing, like, I mean, crucial information about their life, or going to people's houses and they are giving me access to their bedroom, to their, I must not tell anybody the things I see there. Like, do you know the word of this person? Do you know the, no, that I'm seeing the entire house? I must be careful. Your attitude is what keeps you around great men. See, competent people are not scarce in palaces. Competent people are not scarce in great places. The things that the scarce commodity in great places are people who are trustworthy, with good attitude, with good character. Every king is not looking for, they are not void of people with competence. They do not lack people with competence. The competence they have. People are recommending people to them. Oh, this person will do this, this person will do this. But who they are looking for is this. Sorry for that. You must learn to keep secrets. You must learn to manage information that you receive at the corridors of power. So attitude is everything. Let me just summarize it that way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Toby. So I would not want to take any more time. I mean, we've really learned something about business scalability, from personal points of reflection to a generic and global perspective. So we've learned one or two things, and if you have the idea and you feel like, okay, it's too difficult for me to start, I think you should also check what's my conduct around people and how much of things have I seen. So we have just 5 more minutes. So, well, we've actually spent beyond the initial time, but have you learned something? Have you learned something, Comfort? Have you learned something, Temi, Loluwa, Omilaki? Have you learned something, Promise?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for your response. So, yeah, all right. So at this point in time, I think if we don't have any other question, I think it's good for us to call it a wonderful. Okay, you have one more question. Okay, okay. Bao, I think there's one more question here. Same from Goma. She said, "But sir, I have tried delegating tasks for my brand, but it didn't work because I ended up fixing those things myself after still paying for the service that was rendered. That's why I said earlier that I can do better and deliver well. Could it be my fault, or I just need to exercise more patience on that?" Okay, before Bao answers, I think in a way, I can relate with what you are saying because if I've observed someone's work, I can determine if I would want to continue with you or just move to another person. That's because excellence is the hallmark of power. You understand? There are some people that you correct and they will take into correction, and there are some people that no matter how much you correct them, they still keep on repeating the same mistake. So sometimes it is essential that you, should I say, leave them to grow. Leave them to grow. I mean, it's except if you want your business name to be, should I use the word stained now? Yeah. But find people who can deliver excellently. Excellently. It is essential in business. You can't say you are giving what am I going to call this now? Let's say you are told to fry what's the simplest thing? Let's say puff puff. And you are delivering akara. Oh yeah, man. It's different. It's different. You understand? That's because the functionality of akara is different from that of puff puff in terms of event and what it is associated with. In terms, I mean, what I'm associated with, like the food it goes with. Puff puff is a snack meant for something like events. I mean, meant for all these kind of, let's assume maybe sushi events. You understand? Except if they've now started distributing akara at weddings, or maybe there's a business meeting and they want to eat small chops. They're now delivering akara and guguru. All right, so let me just give room for Bao to answer, and from there we'll wrap up. Yeah, Bao, over to you, sir.
All right. Sorry, Comfort. The response I want to give might be somehow insensitive, and I'm not insensitive. Render apology at that time, and I crave your indulgence. But first, let's say you want to make a design, and you're paying somebody to make a global kind of design for you for 3,000 naira. You must expect the kind of quality like that you need to fix it yourself again. So the kind of person that you ask to do that service for you, is it a top-notch individual? Is it one of the best individual you can find in that niche? If it's one of the best individual you can find in that niche, and he's still doing that to you, then there's problem with that person. Or so many people say, okay, what I ordered versus what I got. Ask them how much they pay for what they ordered. You want to get a kind of cloth from Vicky James, and you give it to your tailor that is by the roadside, and you tell the person, help me to manage this cloth. Manage it very well. Oh. In fact, I only have three yards, and I'm paying you 5k. And you want to compare it to Vicky James 1 million naira service charge. It can't be the same. So you can't be looking for the kind of quality from somebody where you are paying less to another person, and you want the results to be the same thing. So be sincere with yourself. Do you think you pay what is meant to be quality deliverable? Do you understand that now? Do you pay for the standard you were intended to get? If you paid for the original standard you feel you were intended to get, and that person still deliver that way, don't use him again. Cut away from him and find somebody that can deliver well. In fact, you will see that that's the wisdom many businesses use, and they use what's it called now, volunteering. So they would rather bring in those individuals to them and tell them, volunteer with me. I'm calling for volunteers as graphic designer, volunteer with my business and do this and this for me. From there, they can now begin to select the best. So you can use that wisdom as well. Maybe you feel you've been trying many people over time and they've not been delivering, just go through the route of volunteering. So I want people to volunteer for this program, and I need graphic designers volunteers. I need this, I need that, I need that. If I can see volunteers from there, I can pick the one who has my spirit and that can work for me. But again, be sincere with yourself. If you are also paying the demands for the best, for the quality, do you understand that now? Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Bao. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, and my sincere apologies. Sorry that the network was glitching and or for whatever reason that might not have shown. So I mean, well, it might not have made us enjoy some key things about it. So we'll definitely be having more of this, and hopefully, I'm thinking of inviting a Western businessman, Brian Kelly, a US resident, for the next one, and of course, one other Nigerian business owner, or let's say business strategist. Yes, she's a business strategist. So we'll definitely be doing more of this some other time. So I want to say thank you for everyone that stayed till this period. Thank you, Comfort. You were the first on the page, even though your network was dancing around, you were still resilient and persistent. You had to insist because of what you had to gain. Thank you, Temiloluwa. Even though it was the second session that you met, and I didn't really see your engagements. Maybe you are in a busy environment or something. But promise, yeah, thank you for coming. I don't know who this person is, but Blue Star Blue Star. I don't know who this is. Or did I just say Blue Star? Man with the blue frame. I think it's actually better than with glitters. Or maybe it could be a he or she. Anyway, so thank you so much for coming. God. Okay, undefined. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow, you made it. Interesting. Alright, so thank you all for coming, and I hope you've learned something. So see you this time, or it could be some other time, but see you some other time for business fireside chats. God bless every one of you, and see you at the top. Keep growing, people. Thank you so much, and go to church tomorrow. Go to church. All right, so you find purpose too. All right, stay good care of yourself, people. God bless you. Woo! Amazing. Okay, so